Hello. I have our read for the day. So this is for somebody who is dealing with a possessive, overbearing partner. You've been working on taking big steps, and when I realized what the meaning was for this, I was like, oh, like Danny in the in this in the Hocus Pocus, where she stood up for herself. She was assertive, and so it seems like that's probably what you've been making big steps towards, starting to become assertive because somebody is, treating you like an object. They are trying to. This is extortion, but it's not. They're not obtaining money through a threat. They are like holding. They're like holding money over your head, as a tool to kind of try and control you. I'm struggling with this camera. There we go. So they're trying to hold money over you, as a way to control you. And the universe is saying, hey, you do not need to stay in this situation. This is a bad situation. They get that it's hard. It's hard when you find yourself in a situation like this to be able to leave, but they seem to have full confidence that this is something that you're going to be able to do. Oh. They say you are going to. This is something you are actually going to do. It, like one day you're going to be like, that's it, I'm done, I'm leaving. And you're going to be done and you're going to leave. Because you don't feel loved. And there needs to be a separation, because that's where you're going to find your joy after healing after a breakup. So, because you guys aren't actually married. You guys aren't actually married. So, when you enter into a relationship, it's almost like a verbal contract of sorts, right? Where you agree to see each other. If you're exclusive, you agree to be exclusive. You have the, there are certain stipulations that each of you decide on what you do and do not want in a relationship in order to do it. And in order to do that, in order to enter into some sort of verbal contract with somebody about being in a relationship, there are feelings there. So even though they're kind of possessive and overbearing, you still care about them. But they make you feel unloved. This is unloved. So that's why you're going to be like, I'm out of here. I can't deal with this anymore. Which, frankly, good for you, because nobody should be treated like a possession. Alright, so I'm using Pocket Animal Spirit Guidebook, and then we're going to use the Bicycle deck, and then I have another card deck with initials in it. I'm going to use that. We're just using one of these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it and then I'll pause and I'll look up the meaning because I just don't have them all memorized. Hyena. Every single card pull I have done today with the spirit animal is in reverse. I just feel like everybody is on the struggle bus a little bit today, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that we're having a bad life. It just means we're having a bad moment. And even in situations like this is just a series of moments. This isn't going to define the rest of your life, and there is a lot of goodness, there's a lot of joy after you suddenly decide to leave, which I support. Let me go ahead and look up the hyena. Okay, So the hyena, when in the upright, it is humor, wit, sarcasm, charming, witty, fun to be around. This is the energy. It's in the reverse. It's the energy of your current partner. Scrappy, petty, suspicious. So it sounds like they probably don't give you a whole lot of freedom. They, you know, probably accusing you of cheating, or, you know, all sorts of unhealed trauma accusations, which is really a them issue, not a you issue. All right, we're gonna do 3 bicycle deck cards. Action. The universe is like saying, hey, this is something that you're going to do. You are going to leave. You're going to just spontaneously decide to leave. They want you to take action. The sooner you do this, the better. The better it's going to be for you. The easier it's going to be for you. Trying to hold money over your head is disgusting. Preparation. They are encouraging you. So what it looks like, so the energy on the cards, and this is just picking up energy, right? And it can be a potential energy, not the way this guy is behaving towards you, but your actions are a potential energy. And they're saying, as of right now, you're just going to spontaneously just be done and be like, I'm out of here. This isn't healthy. This isn't good for me. Maybe you need to seek help, because this behavior isn't right. But what they're suggesting that you do is you actually prepare, you plan, and you think ahead. Use your mind over your heart. I think you already know that this is a situation that's not going to work for you. The more you prepare in secret, the easier it is for you to be able to walk away. And it's going to give you more success in being able to leave. Why did that come out? Give me one more. Oh, you're going to have success with the completion of a cycle. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do, I have a deck of cards. It has the alphabet on it. It has the alphabet on there twice, and then it has 2 yes or no cards. I'm going to pick 5 cards. Oops, sassy mama. Hold on just a second. Alright, turned out to be a great thing that I had to help my dog emotionally regulate her emotions with sharing food, because now she's upset because her babies are nursing, which, to be completely honest, valid. They have teeth, and they're supposed to be weaning, so I don't blame her. But it was great because I'm also cooking and I needed to stir stuff. Alright, so we're going to do 5 cards. Now, just as a reminder, this is a collective read, so there's a lot of people who watch these reads, and so a lot of times when I do reads, I pick up on multiple energies, or the stories I tell, they can fit multiple people. I'm going to pull 5 cards, first, middle, and last name. It could have any of those. The letters can be apply to any of those names for you or the other person who, or your current partner. If it doesn't, though, if these don't show up, if the letters aren't correct, but you're like, that feels like it's my story, then take it, claim it, and take the appropriate steps to make your life better, because nobody deserves to live like this. Okay, so we have an F. We have an M. We have a Z. I wonder what's going on with all the people with Z's in their name, because that has popped out, I think, on every single read I've done today. We have a B. That's 4. Let's do one more. Oh, we get 2. We have an A and a T. So first, middle, or last name, it would be the first letter in your name. It would apply to. But again, like I said, if this feels like your story, even if you don't have this initial, claim it, because everybody deserves happiness. And if they are holding money over you, it probably does sound like you're going to need to plan a little bit in order to be able to leave, because they use that as a form of power and a form of control. But the wheels are turning in your favor. This is favorable for you. The way that it looks like right now is that you are going to spontaneously just decide to get out of Dodge and you're going to leave, but you will have a much higher success rate if you choose to make a plan first. Maybe work it out with somebody, and I'm getting crown chakra tingle, so maybe reach out if you have somebody who you can trust, use as a support system to maybe bounce ideas off of, or maybe have them help you in your plan to leave. Then I highly, highly suggest that you do it, because, and that's Knight of Candles. And that's movement. Candles stand for wands, and wands are movement. So Knight of movement, or Knight of Wands. That signifies movement. So, I mean, honestly, this is just something you're going to want to do. Life is too short, and there are too many good people out there to saddle yourself with somebody who is going to treat you poorly. I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to go ahead and get this posted for you. I hope everybody has an amazing rest of their day. I hope everybody makes good choices, and I will talk to you later. Bye.